Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DCUO SourceCast. I am, of course, Trex, and alongside me is Super Patriot.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
So, Vagrant Gaming is not going to be joining us tonight. He is actually... Shut up, phone. He is actually in Atlanta. He went to Atlanta, Georgia for the AWA.
Welcome back to the DCUO SourceCast.
I forgot to mute something.
I am, of course, Trex.
Yeah,
There, I muted that. I forgot there were two screens I had to mute. Whoopsie. So, Vagrant went down to, or actually he went over to Atlanta for a convention, for an anime convention, the AWA, Anime Weekend in Atlanta, I believe is what the initials stand for. So, we are gonna miss him for tonight, but he's been going really strong. He needed a nice night out, and he's going to spend the entire weekend in Atlanta. So
the guy skipped out on us for SOE Live. He was in the break.
Touche. So how's SP super low? I don't understand you folks anymore. I just don't. He's always muted up. I can't fix that. He literally, Super Patriot is maxed out on my end.
He keeps saying that I'm low, everybody. I'm not. He's just trying to drown me out.
If that's the way you want to go with it. So, most likely, I'm going to have to fix that in post. Yay, post. So, tonight we're going to be, it's going to be a nice little show. We're going to go onto the test server, and we're going to look at a few things, some updates that came about. We're going to talk a little bit about the booster bundle that released earlier this week. And so we are going to have a really good show. So, Soups, how was your weekend?
It was alright. Alright, not too bad. Not too bad. Didn't really do that much.
Oh yeah, you are coming in low. That sucks.
How many smoky auras did I get? I bought some more boxes today. I got one, and I put it on the broker.
You got one, and you didn't even give it to me.
Shit. Daddy needs money, alright?
Ask Brittany for money.
I have asked Brittany for money.
I'm guessing it didn't go very well.
No.
That sucks.
Although, there was a time, there is a member of my league who owes me $500 million.
Does he now?
Yeah, I was in the chat on one of Brittany's streams one time, and I just, as a joke, just joke around, because Brittany's got like over $1 billion freaking in-game cash, which is disgusting. But as a joke, I typed in her chat. I was like, Brittany will give away $500 million to the first person that can guess what head style she's wearing right now. And I typed in Captain Cold. I win. Brittany, give me $500 million. And she's like, whatever, Super Patriot. So it's a member of my league. I'll go ahead and put him out there. That's not my fan. That is Trex's fan.
I don't have a fan going. The only fan you could possibly hear were probably from the laptop, which it's hardly even going. But that's.
But anyways, so he decided, he was going to be a little smartass, and typed in the chat. That he was like 500 million to the first person, and guess which style Super Patriot doesn't have? And I typed in sharpshooter legs. Give me my 500 mil.
Wow.
And he has yet to give it to me. So.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, he's the one who put it out there. Put it out there. So.
All right. Well, my week was pretty good. I released that Smallville video. I finally released.
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, you're not missing anything. It's just me, apparently, you know, over-exaggerating, overreacting, crying, apparently. So, you didn't miss a thing. But sadly, I mean, I've just been so busy just with every daily life that I haven't really... I got into the game last night to play with my Celestial character. Did Smallville again. Went actually a lot smoother. No tank, but still a lot smoother. But I mean, I learned a little. I was relearning my my Celestial healing, which was really cool. I forgot combos, which is always something fun to do. You always like to forget things. Yeah. But yeah, it was really cool to play Celestial again, and I think I might try and play Electric again once and again. Once again, sooner or later. I haven't figured it out yet.
Electricity's fun. I solo healed artifacts and Necro the other day. Electricity, which is a bit of a challenge. I don't know if there's something wrong with Ionic Drain or not. Anybody out there in the chat who uses electricity, Ionic Drain is supposed to heal up to 8. It's supposed to heal up to, you know, everybody in your raid group, right? Well, whenever I cast it, for some reason, not everybody gets those heals. It's a little frustrating.
Sounds like it. That is kind of weird. Alright. So, let's go into some Friday Night Legends. So, Friday Night Legends tonight was really interesting. They had the Let's Play, which that means they brought a dev into a league's raid, and the dev played with the league, doing some raids. And they got to join up with 13th Legion from USPC, which is Bumbling Bee's league. And we heard Bumbling Bee and a lot of the league mates on the show, and it really was a casual FNL, really casual, really laid back. Locke was healing on his nature tune, and he looked like he was having a lot of fun, just a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like it was fun. I was curious to see if they were going to actually try lockdown or not, but they were had a little troubles with that. Almost lost out on that artifacts run there at the end, that last boss. It's kind of funny because, you know, every once in a while just something bad happens, you know, and it just started to go bad for him right there. But it was all pretty cool.
Yeah. So next time we'll see this, I'm not really sure, but I mean, like I said, it was really fun to watch, and of course, and something extra as well, that Mevs was giving out auras, the new auras from the booster bundles for the to the chat, just doing his own randomizer.
Yeah. And this time nobody from EQ won.
Okay.
Currently, Brittany won aura.
No, she didn't.
Yeah, no, apparently she did, but Mess was like, what? No.
Wow, it makes, because I was wondering if I was gonna win, would he give it to me? And I would have definitely like, give it here, give it here.
My luck is right. If I had won, if I got on there, you know, to win. I mean, of course, you know, this time it was just for USPC, but I believe. But my luck though is, you know, if they come up saying I won, you know, he'd have given me a purple.
He would have.
Yeah.
He definitely would have. I can see that. So that was another good FNL. And next time we see the Let's Play, if you guys want to do a Let's Play with the devs, go over to the forums, message Meps onto the forums saying that you want to do a Let's Play with your league, and get signed up for it. Same way on how you get on any other FNL. Just message Meps. Just message them. But also for the Friday Night Legends, for the FNL format, they are adding Arena PvP. They posted that forum post, I think, yesterday. So,
yes, they are.
So once after Game Update 41 comes out with the PvP changes, we're gonna start looking at some Arena PvP. So and so you guys, the signups are gonna be in October. They're gonna open up in October. I'm not really sure when they're gonna open up, but the signups will be open in October, and it's gonna be pretty much, you have to have your team captain sign up for it, and pretty much they're gonna be the face for you. They're gonna be the face of that team because the challenge site doesn't do stuff very well. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, so you can form a team on challenge and all that, but when you sign up, it only shows like the team captain's name.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's goofy that way.
Very goofy. So keep your eyes peeled on the FNL tournament for that. Now I know next Friday is the USPC Living Legends tournament, which I already forgot the format. It's the duos.
It's the
duos.
The partners.
Yes, yeah, the partners. It's just been so long since we had the PlayStation your tournament, and now the PC's coming. It's like it was such a large gap than what I'm used to. I completely forgot.
Yeah, they're spaced out a lot more.
Yeah. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to sink my teeth into some of that because I think I'm going to be there. I'm helping Meps out with the wrangling up people. So be on your toes, guys. I run an efficient ship. Yeah. I'm gonna try. So be sure to tune in to Friday Night Legends next Friday at 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, or Daylight Time, whatever you want to call it. Time zones suck. So be sure to tune in next week for the USPC Living Legends partner tournament, and then after that, I'm not really sure. Not really sure what else is going to really hold up for it. But at least we know that Game Update 41 is going to probably come out sometime in October. We just don't know when. I'm at least hoping that I'm hoping survival mode actually is not part of Game Update 41. I'm really hoping it's not.
I am too. I mean, part of me wants, so it'd be a nice break from the PvP, but other parts of me is like, no, I want this is a PvP update. Let's concentrate on the PvP. And which I say this as I'm sitting in a queue for all arenas right now, flying around getting my exploration feats on test.
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking. I don't want survival mode to come in update 41 mainly because I know it hasn't really gotten the testing that it deserves because people can't get past Nightwing in round 4. Apparently, Nightwing is this survival mode's Martian Manhunter. Who would have guessed it, right?
From what I understand, that seems to be the case.
So it just needs a little bit more testing. I think Game Update 42 would be a great launch for it. It gives it super large amounts of time for testing, and it'll be good. It'll be all good. So that's it for Friday Night Legends. So let's talk about the Booster Bundle. So really happy it came back. I really wasn't expecting it. And it was a nice surprise. I was
hoping for it because I love buying the booster bundles because I don't use replays very often, but when I do, I just tend to spam the shit out of them.
Of course.
And most of the time, my replays are spent unlocking feats on alts, which I haven't done for a while. So my replays that were starting to get a little low. From unlocking feats and then everything else, resetting a few instances here and there. It was getting low, so I was really glad to see the boost bonus come back, and I was really ecstatic to see the changes they made with it.
Oh, me too. So we have the booster bundle. I'm looking at the booster bundle right now. not on screen. That's actually my test server character that she's just chilling there. So enjoy the semi view that you see, because I'm not really able to play. But in this booster is 1,000 station cash or 1,000 marketplace cash, whichever server you're on. You're looking at 150 replay badges, 2 total recovery kits, 1 radar enhancer, 1 R&D scanner, and 1 proto repair bot. All right, that's the standard. Now let's talk about the special bonus. All right, the Aura reward box with the random aura. So we have new Nimbus auras. We have a red and green Nimbus aura. We have new plasmic auras, which are red, green, blue, yellow, and orange. Those are nice. Those are nice.
Yep.
But the new top of the line rare, the rarer, will be the black smoke aura, which is so cool. It's so cool.
It's pretty cool.
Pretty
cool. For me, seriously, for me, right, if I was a hard light guy, I'd be sporting that green Nimbus aura all damn day. That green Nimbus aura is legit. I like the smoke aura. I do like the smoke aura. It does look really cool. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I can see where some people would want to wear it. But yeah, the ones that really popped for me were the green Nimbus and the orange plasmic.
That orange is nice.
Those were the ones that really popped for me. Only because I don't know what it is about that orange plasmic. That orange plasmic was really good. Looked really good though. So I mean, I tried selling the first one that found or that I got, and it came back to me. So I was like, what, screw it. I'm gonna collect it, and I put it on my advanced mechanic armory. Yeah.
Gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do it. So, sadly enough, I have not gotten a booster bundle yet. I actually just bought tickets for a tournament that I'm going to, just as a spectate. I'm going to a tournament in November. I just bought tickets for $30. So it's like, well, there goes $30 that I really don't have, but I have to go to this tournament. And so now I'm like, wait, I still gotta get the booster bundle. I hope paycheck next Wednesday works. I hope I have $10 for that. So, but I'm really. It'll be great if I could get the red Nimbus just for my red lantern. But any of the new auras are really cool. They really are. Now there were some hate around it. The fact that they didn't bring back the they didn't bring back like the original Nimbus aura or the other plasmic. They didn't actually bring those back. But I'm not even sure really how to even phrase it, for the fact that, I mean, these auras are exclusive to the booster bundles, but it doesn't mean that you're going to see them come back. You know?
Right.
I mean, the first booster bundle, if you got that Nimbus aura, that's exclusive to that bundle, and you got that. And now this new booster bundle came out, and we don't see it. It's like, well, you definitely got that exclusive, because now we don't have it. I mean, I don't even know really even how to say it. I mean, am I mad that the Nimbus aura didn't come back? I'm a little But I mean, I got replaced with like all these nice ones. Like, I want these. And what's really cool is none of the other auras are in here. All right, it's only these plasmic Nimbus and the smoke. It's only those. It's only those. We don't have the normal red, the normal auras. We don't have those. Thank goodness. And Decon's right. Decon's right. The original Nimbus and plasmic aura are equivalent to the Batman-inspired head. That's one way to look at it. Ugh. Oh, we have a Russian person. Hi, Russian. Hi, Inder bro. There you go. Schmoke. Sorry. So, now do you... sadly, Decon, if you could do me a favor and find the link for the last year's bundle, because I couldn't find it. I spent like 30 minutes trying to find it, but at the same time I was distracted by like pretty lights. So if you can find the original, like that would be great, because I can't... Because I know last year's, it was $20, which was kind of steep. And do you remember any of the stuff that we got last year in the bundle? Like the actual core items, not in the reward box?
Well, I remember, we got a lot of repair bots, we got a lot of R&D scanners. You got, what else was there?
Didn't you get like 10 enhancers and 10 scanners? Wasn't it actually 10 instead of 1?
I can't remember the exact number.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried looking for that link for the last booster bundle. I couldn't find it. And there's Decon. Love Decon. Boom. Thank you, Decon. Yeah, okay. The pack included... Last year's pack included 6 R&D scanners, 8 radar enhancers, 5 proto repair bots, 500 replay badges, 5 vault tickets, and the Aura reward box. So for $10 more, they really went like whoosh. They cut a lot.
Yeah.
Wow. So there you go. Just from 500 for $20, we've got for last year's. It was, man, every time I look at it, like that's a lot. So 500 replay badges for $20, $10 gets you 150. Talk about getting the axe. That's incredible. And instead of, what was it? The difference pretty much being, yeah, instead of vault tickets, we got recovery kits, which I guess are more useful.
Right. Yeah, those total recovery kits are like beautiful. They're beautiful.
How many bundles did Brittany buy?
Brittany probably spent your paycheck on.
It's got to be more. I mean, my paycheck is quite low. This got to be more than my paycheck. My paychecks are horrible. So, let's see. Tell me, please, whether there are distribution in DC. I don't know what that question means. Brittany bought over 33. Thank you, Decon. And thank you, Brittany, for supplying this game.
Yeah.
You are paying salaries, Brittany. Paying salaries. We got Score Rocks bought 30. Whew, man. Well, power to you guys. Power to you guys. I wish I could have. I wish I could just throw money like that at them. But the booster bundle is going to be in the game till October 7th, so you have about a week and a half, give or take, to try and get some new auras. And of course, the auras are also on the marketplace. Not on the marketplace, I'm sorry, on the broker. They're on the broker. How's your numbers looking on the PlayStation side, on the broker for these things?
I know I put my smoke in there for 40 mil.
And it hasn't sold yet.
I don't know. I'll have to check.
Okay.
God. Testing PvP. Nobody else is.
But
yeah, yeah, 40 mil is what I'm seeing right now for is what I saw last for.
40 mil's not bad. They're not that bad, then.
Yeah, with our economy, no, it's not that bad at all.
Nah. So be sure to go pick up your booster bundle. It ends on October 7th. October 7th. So now I am gonna actually get rid of the logo. I need to update one of these days. And we're gonna. I am on the test server right now. Thanks to your patrons on the test server right now, just messing around. Really, not doing anything.
I'm not messing around. I am testing PvP, sir.
Are you in PvP?
Me and one other guy are testing PvP right now. Yes.
That's what I thought. And that's where I feel the downfall for testing kind of went when it's like we had a full day of hey, here's the PvP changes. Sweet, awesome. Next day, by the way, here's survival mode, and I'm like, oh crap, you just destroyed the PvP testing.
Yeah, I know. It's you know, to be honest with you, I mean, great. You know, okay, survival mode's coming out. Yeah, okay, it's probably a good thing too because everybody was getting bored with the current DLC. But at the same time, though, I mean, you got a whole update dedicated to PvP. All right, all these changes coming out here, not just for PvP. I mean, there's some changes coming for you know, advanced mechanics and stuff like that. That's great. Why exactly do you need to put survival mode on top of it?
I think they just wanted to get it out in testing just as fast as possible to go ahead and start the testing.
Wait until the update's out. Wait until the update's, you know.
I agree.
Out, and, you know,
I agree.
Put it on test.
I agree.
It's like I said, you know, I almost got 2 exploration feats done, waiting for a 1v1 queue.
Yeah, I know. I completely agree.
Apparently, I need a respec. This guy was doing some stuff I hadn't seen before yet.
Like what?
He's actually using Flame Cascade, which I was like, wow. Really?
Ooh. Well, that's a shocker.
I'm gonna test that out.
All right. Well, some changes that came about after last week's SourceCast. We're looking here with the PvP Season 3. When entering a PvP arena, all character supercharges are set to 0. And then when exiting the PvP arena, the supercharge is restored to its previous value. So you're really going into arena with no supercharge. You gotta work for that sucker in these matches. And they fixed an issue where the supercharge was not being restored correctly with Legends PvP and iconic anomalies. Okay, that's cool. Now at the same time, with the changes to the supercharges, do you feel that players will be using supercharges going into arenas?
Oh, it's actually kind of funny. Oh my gosh, Robot Meps. I am standing in front of Robot Meps right now.
It's creepy, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is. So what you're seeing right now on screen is the Hush Inspired gear because someone requested it. But yeah, go ahead.
I was talking with Brittany the other day about some of the changes and everything. And we were kind of joking and laughing about some of the things, including the whole there's no more supercharges thing, which she's like, no more queuing for Area 51 to get supercharges, thank God. You know, personally, I mean, it was kind of nice going into matches with a full supercharge, but at the same time, I mean, it was kind of, you know, I don't know. I'm going to miss it, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Robot Maps just found me. He's scaring me. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but it was quite scary. He just shows up out of nowhere. How does he do that?
GM commands, I'm guessing. But yeah, so it's like, I mean, as long as everybody, you know, is only going to be able to, you know, as long as, you know, everybody starts with no supercharge, it's great, as far as I'm concerned. What's that thing that's going to take care of some of the issues that were going on with Legends with Two-Face?
Yeah.
This is what cracks me up about Friday Night Legends, alright, and doing this, alright, because, like, whenever something goes wrong, alright, everybody's always like, I'm sure they gripe at Mepsu, but, everybody's griping at me. It's like, oh my God, my partner DC'd, can we start it over, blah, 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 and everything like that. And, one of the common complaints we were getting for a while was people using Two-Face, and for a while there, I'm not sure if they fixed it previously or not, or people just stopped using Two-Face. I don't know. But there was some glitch where you could get a full supercharge before you went into a Legends match. As we all know, Two-Face has got those two supercharges they use. They can do a lot of damage and everything in there. So going in there, starting off a Legends match with your supercharge filled up, kind of OP. It's kind of like what people used to do with Bane. So I would have people saying, "Hey, SP, this guy, he's doing a supercharge glitch and all that, and that's why we lost and everything." I was like, "You know how to do the glitch?" And they're like, "Yeah." I was like, "Well, tell me how you do it, so I can tell the devs so they can fix it." Like, well, it'd take me a while to tell you, to explain it. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Just send an email to me, or we can get together later and talk about it. Never hear from them again. Never hear from them again. They always, that's what cracks me up. Is that people bitch about when they lose to it, but don't take it away from me, because that's how I win my matches when I'm queuing up. So it's like whatever. So no more supercharges when we queue into a match. I'm fine with it.
Okay. And next thing is, in the PvP combat, while you're vulnerable to block at the same time, block breakers from advanced mechanics will not land. This most specifically affects the following abilities: EMP Pulse, Paralyzing Dart, Fire Burst, Flame Cascade, Mass Det, Briar Harvest, Voltaic Bolt, and Arc Lightning. So while you are vulnerable to block, at the same time, the block breakers from those mechanics will not land. So you won't get block broken by those moves. Blocking now adds 46,317 toughness. Kind of like a random number, but okay. And the controller, the defense debuffs now reduce toughness by 3,800. See, that's a nice even number. That's an even number. Now, something that definitely hit myself because I am that person. Inertial flywheel from speedsters. The extra horizontal speed boost from super speed users when holding an inertial flywheel has been removed when in combat stance. Similar to how Acrobatic's glide line ability will not activate when in combat stance. Out of combat stance, the extra speed boost for inertial flywheel remains. It remains. So, yes, I cannot use my double jump. We lose our double jump.
No. You still, from what I understand, alright, you still have the double jump. You just don't have the accelerated, acceleration and speed in the double jump. I understand.
Well, let's find out. Now, actually, at the same time, I think it's actually, this is not pertaining to just PvP. I think this is just across the board. Right? Is that what you're guessing? Is that?
Yeah, it's across the board. I don't know if you really want me to get into my thoughts on this or not, because they're not pretty.
You didn't really go into too in depth when I texted you this, messaged you in Skype, was like, hey, you might want to check this out. Even your words were really hateful. It's like you just still didn't. I'm not sure if I want to hear the voice around those words.
Alright. Get why they did it. Speed is the go-to movement mode for, this game. For PvP and PvE. It is. It's just the go-to movement mode for this game. I mean, it's got the best kiting abilities. It's got the best. It's got the best support supercharge. out of the movement modes in there, and I mean it's just all around the best movement mode in the game.
Yes, it is.
My issue with that is I've never asked them. It's like it's like you when you messaged it to me. All right, when you messaged it to me on Skype and you told me, it was like he was like, "Are you happy? You finally they finally nerfed super speed." I never wanted super speed nerfed. Never wanted it nerfed. I wanted flight to have something comparable to it.
And you didn't. Nope. And you didn't.
Yeah, and they didn't do it. They didn't do it.
They
didn't do it. They didn't do it. Instead, they nerfed super speed.
And you're still not happy.
No, and I'm still not happy. I'm not. No, because I didn't want them to nerf super speed. It was unnecessary. I mean, I would have. I hate. I mean, Locke, Tanso, all the devs, Jens, maybe even you a little bit, Meps. Right?
Yeah.
Love you all, but it was lazy. Flat out, it was lazy. Nerfing super speed instead of giving flight something comparable. I mean, I had a conversation with Tunso at SOE Live about flight. The failings of flight. The fact that one, it's so damn slow. The combat movement is so slow. I mean, I could get down out of movement mode and run on the ground faster.
That's true.
Can fly when I'm in combat.
That's true.
That there's something wrong with that. All right. Tactical mods they gave for flight are piss poor. They're ridiculous. They're almost useless. All right.
I find all of them really useless. Really.
Oh, Tumbling Master and Inertial Flight.
Oh, yeah.
Those things are awesome for acro and super speed.
That's true.
Flight didn't get anything really useful. Tactical mods. Alright. Acro can currently fly faster than flight can in supersonic.
You had a race, did you?
No, I mean I've got video proof of it. I've got video proof of it. I did a video.
Holy crap, why is it taking so long to load? Thank you. God, it was taking forever. So I'm going to actually get into a combat, and I hope to God that's not Captain Cold I'm about to walk into. I feel it's a glitch because it's a thug. Man, screw that thug. Alright, so inertial flywheel gives me a little height. Let's go find some villains. Not villains, but bad guys. There's a lot of thugs in this test server, to say the least.
But, okay, so, get back to what I was saying. I was saying, flight, I was talking to him about how slow flight is in combat mode. I was talking to him about how, how jump canceling, one of the most integral parts of the game and all that. I mean, granted, you still have the play through the animation and everything like that, but still, being able to jump cancel, I can't be flying one if I want to jump cancel.
Yeah, you have said that before, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, why can't I jump cancel while I'm flying? I mean, super speed can jump cancel when it's in movement mode. Acrobatic obviously can jump cancel when it's in movement mode.
Well, I mean, you can't really jump when you're flying. I mean, isn't that just like getting higher?
That's my point. That's my point. I mean, why not have something comparable to it? Why don't they make flight comparable to the other movement modes? That was my thing. I wanted flight to be comparable. I wanted it to be legitimate. I wanted people to want to fly.
Huh. I don't see a nerf with it. I mean, I'm still getting the speed boost. Or, I mean, like, the actual boost jumping up when in combat.
You're getting the animation and all that, but you're not going as fast. You're not getting that acceleration.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Okay, I see the acceleration. Alright, let me jump back into a combat then and see. So I got that.
If you was to go on live and all that and show everybody on live and everything, you'd still have that acceleration.
I think I'm gonna have to actually like record and do like a side-by-side view of it, because I still feel like nothing's changed. I feel like nothing's changed. Maybe my eyes are playing a trick on me. Okay, so falling down is actually a little slower. Okay, yeah, that's what it is. It's the falling down. Yeah, I'm not actually getting like that extra yardage when I'm coming down from it.
Yeah. It's supposed to give you a horizontal boost.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yep. Okay. One more test and then we'll move away from it. Oh, I got knocked down. Oh, I challenged the wrong one. Yep. Okay. Yeah. It's not getting. Yep. I see the boost now. Not getting it. I want to go farther away. So I still get my double jump. I just can't run away faster. That sucks.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, that is a game changer, especially not just in PvP, but in TV also. But here's my thing. All right. Somebody posted a thread up on the forums about this, about Super Speed's double jump, and the kiting and everything like that. And one guy, and people have been talking about. I've been talking about it for years, about this. Somebody makes a forum post and all that, does one video showing how he can get out of these grounding moves and just take off, and. And now all of a sudden, okay, we gotta fix that. Well, yeah, I've been screaming for this for like 2 years now, and just oh my gosh, I mean, I don't know, nerfing it was not the way to go, in my opinion.
Well, once we see it into a PvP standpoint, we'll see how it goes. I guess once I go into like actual I don't even remember ever using inertial flywheel in PvE to run away from something. My mind's blank on any of those situations.
That's because you're tanking all the time. You're all the time tanking. All that super speed.
True.
For getting the super. All right, if you're not a quantum controller, right, using quantum tunneling, okay. The other guy who's going to beat somebody over there to pick somebody up is somebody using super speed. It's basically how it is.
There you go. There's no release date for Game Update 41, but I can tell you now, if it comes out for PlayStation, it's going to come out for PC at the same time. So I find it really funny that people is like, when's it coming out for PC? Same time it's coming out for PlayStation. Yeah. Same time.
This is the test server, everybody.
Yeah, I'm on test server. I'm on the PC test server. In survival mode, Trigon's Prison. Fixed having defeat Nightwing test still visible after a wipe.
Shut up, dog.
Bad dog. Just some fixes for survival mode, and apparently Nightwing should no longer jump around as often, which makes me even more fearful for round 4. And then some powers. The following superpowers grounding effects have been normalized to last 3 seconds, which include Cryofoam, Mesmerizing Lasso, Grapple Line, and Tornado Pull. Which also, by the way, Mesmerizing Lasso, when used in tank roll, will now taunt a single target and is more powerful than standard tank roll taunts. So, it's for fire. It's our pool, and it's... Wow, actually, Mesmerizing Lasso just became really, like, the best superhero innate ever now. We thought Word of Power a long time ago was badass. Mesmerizing Lasso just jumped up when it's a 2-in-1. When it does exactly what tanks need to do. It pulls and it gets higher threat. It's a 2-in-1. And now I'm worried I'm going to have to move my power points around just to get it. And I don't want to use it because as a rage user, I don't use a rope. I don't have a lasso on me.
You got the best. You got the one of the best pull moves in the game.
That's true. It's true.
it.
How about you, Fire? You're gonna have us like this little glowing yellow rope to you.
You know what? True story. I used mesmerizing. I used to use mesmerizing lasso all the time in Nexus.
That's right, you did. I forgot about that. He's already an expert. And then for the UI, the healing over time effects will no longer display a green heart icon when active. Under your HUD here, if I can grab my mouse, under your HUD right here on the screen, there will be a green heart, and that would normally symbolize healing over time. Well, it's not anymore. The reason that they're doing this is to keep them from preventing the display of a red heart, which means that you have a healing debuff. So this now means that you healers, especially nature, are gonna have to keep time for your HOTS to yourself. Because they took away the HUD to say, hey, they don't have this HOT anymore. They need to reapply it. Now you gotta time it. So it's a little bit more work on you. A little bit more work. And apparently, and a little bit more, super speed users no longer gain extra horizontal velocity when traveling downwards from a jump if they are in combat. Okay. Pets adjusted pet level in PvP relative to the CR. Aww. Now everyone's gonna bring out the Watcher again. Ugh.
Everybody's been using the Watcher.
Of course. Of course. Further League lockdown adjusted the dropped rifle to be properly picked up by the player securing it. Apparently there are some bugs that I never knew about, and it was nice that those bugs were squashed. So, kudos. These are on the test, by the way. Just on test. Looking at other few things. Looking at powers. Let's skip down the powers. Reflect Pain is now limited to reflecting 25% of incoming damage. Scaling it with the other powers. Scaling it. For Rage, the Berserk Supercharge ability has been reduced in PvP arenas to now echo back 25% of your outgoing damage. And also reduce the amount of healing caused by remorseless recovery and tank roll in PvP. So let's hit the brake a little bit and talk a little bit about the Berserker Supercharge ability. Soups, you know more about this.
Well, honestly, all right. I know everybody's out there's got their opinions about Berserk, right? Berserk has been since Rage came into the game. Berserk has been working as advertised. It's been working as advertised. As far as in PvP, yeah, it's OP for PvP. We've all seen it. We've all been victims of it. Hell, I've used it on occasion. Mostly in open world though. So there was a serious issue and concern, especially when talking about this new FNL format and everything coming out here. I was especially concerned about Berserk in arenas, and so Tunso, there's a lot of other people out there who were talking about it too and everything. Tunso said that they were going to do something about it for arenas. Wasn't sure if it was going to be in this update or not, and now we know that it is. So this is a good thing. This is a good thing.
All right.
Good thing.
And for Celestial, they reduced the amount of healing caused by Corrupted Benediction and Cleansed Malediction and healing roll in PvP. Gadgets, they got a fix where abilities wouldn't activate consistently when exiting stealth. Because, people use stealth, apparently. So, some voice chat. That silly little thing that the PlayStation players use a lot and PC kind of forget about. That thing. So, for the voice chat, making the voice chat option for auto tab switch enabled persist in the client profile. I don't know what that means. That's probably some back-end stuff.
Let me read that. Where you on? Let me read that. Find it again. So I was looking for something else.
Yeah.
So you're making the voice chat option for auto tab switch enabled. Persist in the client. Okay, so basically what means is for like, all right, when you're in a group, okay, and you queue up to go into an instance, all right, it automatically puts you into the instance chat.
Okay.
Right, so like, or if you get invited to a group, you know, it takes you out of league or proximity chat and puts you into the group chat.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Here they fixed an issue where the proper voice channel was not restored after a test voice connection or test microphone. Fix a bug where enabling proximity chat channel and it was the only chat channel, it would not select the proximity voice chat tab. So I actually have the voice chat open up where you can test your voice connection and test your microphone. So pretty neat. Fix a bug where you have no voice channels and proximity was disabled. The client would try repeatedly to log in and out of the proximity channel. And then fix the bug where the first visible voice chat tab was not selected. This was an issue if you only had a combination of custom chat channels or the proximity channel visible. So one thing I am going to try to do a lot more, especially here on the PC test, is work with the voice chat a lot more in my groups and in my runs. Maybe even use a little bit more in live as well. It's just something that PC players just don't use because we have third-party programs. But it's to help you guys. It's to help the PlayStation players. And I try. So just some PC-only stuff with the linked death. Fix the bug where going to the disconnected screen due to inactivity, multiple account login kicks, or server down when logging in, the exit button would not let you exit the game. You know, like last week. Well, not really, but last week it just would not let me exit the game. You all saw it. I have a separate video of it too. It was quite funny. Quite funny. The loot bubbles will respawn when a player returns from linked death. Cool. Fix a bug where a warning displayed in the chat window regarding custom channels when logging back in from linked death. A bug where friends and ignore lists were not restored when logging back. Oh, we need that ignore list. Stop playing linked death. Alright? I have that list for a reason. For a reason. And then fixed a bug where the new mail icon was not displayed when logging back in. I don't use mail. And fix a bug when logging back from link death, you would not get the proximity chat for the current zone. Bad. If Vagrant was only here, this is specifically for him. Fix an issue that was preventing players from purchasing the level 98 PvP gear from villain vendors. Yay, that was fixed. Yay. Ooh, alright, some survival mode stuff. Change the minimum combat requirement to 103 instead of 106. What is the actual highest combat rating you can get right now? Is it 106?
109 is the highest possible, but that's if you have the range or the neck of OP.
Oh, right.
108 is the norm for the high. Absolute highest is 109, but get it.
Yeah, okay. Fixed round 20 not cleaning up properly. Whatever round 20 is. Fix the teleporter for leaving the arena not showing up. James's illusions are now a little stronger. Updated Nightwing and Gizmo not to use their special attacks right away. Because, you know, one-shots off the bat suck. Gizmos.
Thank you.
Gizmo's vacuum attack now splits damage and reduced damage on Gizmo's blimp rockets. For Nightwing, updated Nightwing's blink attack to only attack the one target he is aiming for, not everyone within a small field of vision. Reduced damage from Nightwing's backflip attack that fires after he blinks. Remove the sphere duration from Nightwing's encase attack. This will make an instant encase rather than a sphere that sits there for a few seconds. And reduce damage from Nightwing's encase ability and made it split damage. So, really cool nerfs to Nightwing. Hopefully, people can pass round 4 now. Cross my fingers for you guys. You were in Spittle's stream the other day for survival mode, weren't you?
Yeah, shortly after the SourceCast, Jens put together a, I believe it was last week. Yeah, it was last week after the SourceCast. Jens put together a group to run survival mode, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
And I thank Jens for waiting until after the SourceCast to do it. Kudos.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Getting used to you know, the new fire changes and everything as far as DPS wise was fun. You know, once again though, you know, of course, you know, the devs apparently hate flight, so they got a little watcher flying around in there. You know, as soon as you like just go into movement mode, you know, it cracks me up, man, because it does not hit the super speed or the acro guys. It only hits the flight guys. It only hits the flight players. All that. As soon as you go into movement mode, grounded. I'm not even in the air, dude. I'm just like, you know, you hit your movement. You know, I'm like 3 inches off the ground, grounded. Like, come on, man. I mean, the whole point is to be able to sit up in the air and rain down fire. Let me do it.
So, but I caught a little bit of it before I had to go, you know, sleep and stuff. I really wish I was able to run it, but I didn't get to. Sad face, sad face. How far did you guys get?
We got one shot by Nightwing, and that was it.
Oh, well.
Well, I mean, we did play through it all. We didn't skip ads like they've been doing, you know, testing out the bosses and everything.
Yeah.
We did go through the whole thing, beating down the ads and everything like that. James, I was watching his stream the other day, and he's trying to tell everybody, you gotta lunge James. You gotta stay on top of James. You know, when he teleports away, you gotta stay on top of James. You gotta lunge him. Please, you know, as a tank, and all that, and for all the other tanks out there, I'm begging you, lunge the ever-loving shit out of James. Because when Mep said that, he's like, you gotta lunge James because he block breaks the tanks. I was like, as soon as he said that, I was like, oh, there's James, lunge. You know, not today, not today.
You just see everybody nice and spread out. James is fighting. It's like everybody spread out, nice and even. All of a sudden, he starts doing his thing, and everyone just lunges him, just comes straight into the fight. It's like, guys, we only need one person. We only need one. I feel cramped. But that's cool. So, out of the bosses that you fought, which one were your favorites?
I gotta say that that James and who else was it? Was it Jesse in there with him? Can't remember who's with James in there, but that was my favorite because it gave me, you know, it gave me as a DPS at least, it gave me more than just, you know, trying to sit back and not take damage and DPS. You know, I mean, I say, you know, it made me feel like it's like, okay, oh, I gotta, you know, keep an eye on this guy. You know, okay, he's about ready to start. Okay, he's pulse beaming him. I gotta lunge him. You know, to help the tank out. As a DPS and all, you know, and I'm not sure about anybody else out there, but sometimes I feel just like, you know, I'm just like, you know, going through my rotation. You know, oh, okay, I got my volatility up. You know, okay, let's weapon throw, mass stat, weapon throw, mass stat, weapon throw, mass stat, weapon throw, mass stat, weapon throw, mass. It's just over and over and over and all that. But when James came out, I was like, cool, this is giving me something else to do. And me personally, one of the reasons why I love tanking so much is the fact that I'm in the mix. I'm in their melee, you know, and I'm in their gain counters and stuff like that. So I would have been happy. I would have been more than happy just to just sit over there and just like melee James the whole time, just to make sure he wasn't block breaking the tank. You know, it's like, but I wasn't tanking. I was DPSing. So.
And this is why I don't block. This is why I don't block, because I ain't getting block broken.
Rage.
You
don't have to. You're rage.
It's true. Was Spittle was tanking, wasn't he?
Yeah, Spittle was tanking, and with another person from the test server initiative league.
Okay.
And, C test and all that. It was a good run though. Good run though. Of course, you know, during the live stream, I was the first one. Jared came out and all that. We didn't know about the whole, you know, if you know whoever's furthest away, Jared's gonna lunge at him and one shot him. We didn't know that, so of course, you know, I was furthest away, and of course, I was the one that, you know, got freaking one shot. I was the first one to die in the stream. You know, DC Eminence, you know, from the Legends tournament and all that. He was in there controlling with us. Came over, gave me a tea bag. It was really nice. It was really nice.
Oh, cool. I can see it now if I was in chat and I watched that. It's like, cool, Emmy's going to go help revive... Oh, that's not how you revive Super Patriot Eminence. That's not how you do that. That's not nice. That's cool. So, I hope I can get into an SM run. Let's get the initials right, Trex. Let's get the initials right. I hope I can get in one... sometime next week. It's just a work schedule, and then when people try to run it, I'm of course at work when they do it. It's like, oh great, all I can do is watch. I want to fail I want to fail actually in it, not failing by just watching it. I want to be part of that fail. I want to be part of that wipe. I want to be there. That's my thing. But that's really it that we really had planned for the show, so to speak. And because I'm actually recording this differently, I'm not even sure how long we've been going. So yay! But that is it for the. At least you got something that you want to add.
Yeah, folks, if you're on the test server, all right, give survival mode a break, and you know, do some PvP. Damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's talking to y'all, not me. I suck at PvP. This is not my update. This just isn't. And apparently, someone in the forums didn't actually get that joke. Because I think I went to some thread, and for a person, I read the notes. I did some PvP, and it's like the changes, I do welcome them. It does kind of bring in some kind of balance to everything. And so at this point, it comes down to player skill. And I don't have that skill to PvP. I just don't. And when I went to the forums, of course, to this thread and said, hey, look, for a person who doesn't PvP, these changes are pretty nice. And a person chimed in. It's like, oh, yeah? Well, when you're trying to heal and you get 3-shot, you just die from 3 hits, then you'll start complaining. I'm like, no, I get 3-shot now on live, at least on test in this game update. It now takes 6 hits for me to die. It takes a little bit longer. That's mainly because I suck. But these changes are really well. They are welcomed, and. I can't wait for them to actually come on live and start seeing the rest of the player base who can't go into the test server, see it out in the open, see how it goes, and hear the feedback from that. Because the test server, we are testing it. We are pushing forward our support. We're giving our feedback and everything. But then once it goes live, it's an entirely different beast. It is seriously an entirely different beast. I'm telling you now, like I've always said, there are bugs that we can find on the test server. Once it goes live, that's when you know you're going to find the bugs. Because it's 2 separate things somehow. I don't know how. It just is. and I just go with the flow. But yeah, if you're on the test server, be sure to give Arena the test through with all the powers and all that stuff. It needs it. What's up?
I'm gonna freaking snap. There's people in here talking about, say, let's go 2-man Nexus on the test server. What do you need to test in that?
Well, you do need to test it. You do need to test to make sure that nothing's actually glitchy in those raids. But 2-man in it, that's just absurd.
Nexus though?
Hey, it's still valuable. It's still valuable. I went into Smallville, the good run, and in this run, we got to the part where we turn into Doomsday. Did you know that his attacks got changed?
I did not.
I did not know either. Like, the first ability is supposed to be like that super kick. It's not a kick anymore. It's a double axe handle, and they fly. Boy, do they fly. And then, like, the combos, I'm trying to do, like, my brawling combos into the kick. There's no more kick. It's like another fist move that's a little stronger. I'm like, I can't soccer kick anyone now? This is BS.
I love that punt move with brawling.
Right?
I love that punt combo.
I was trying to do the combo, and I'm like,
You're missing my point, all right? You know, what's on test, you know, what's on there for us to test right now. The PvP, you know, update 41, PvP, and survival mode. Right? And there's people on here wasting time. Oh, well, you know, probably, you know, people who, you know, don't have as good as gear as you can get on test server. Oh, I want to go 2-man Nexus. I need a troller. Any trolls out there want a 2-man Nexus? Come on, man.
I mean, everything needs to be tested, but I do agree that the stuff that is on the patch notes needs to be tested too. But people also need.
What could they possibly have done to Nexus though to break something in there?
Yeah, you never know.
Oh.
It takes one code, one thing, one tiny little thing to this, and something else could blow up. I would know. That skill planner taught me a lot about messing code up, messing stuff up. It's all it takes is just that one thing. But yeah, I mean, just they gotta get the stuff tested. But I mean, at the same time, most people need a break from that. If they've been testing Arena like all day, it's like I want a break too. So it's like, yeah, I need to go do something else. So I mean,
nobody's testing arenas.
Well, probably. Probably now.
I've been sitting in the queue for 20 minutes.
Well, probably now. I mean, they've probably been doing it forever. They probably did it earlier today. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, and that was my thing. Every time I'm on tests, it's like, why isn't people testing this? Why isn't people testing that? We're supposed to be testing powers, and you're not testing powers. Wah. Welcome to the test server.
There's my Batcave queue pops. It's probably Meps.
Probably. You get in there and he's just gonna wreck face.
Yeah, I'm gonna get in there. No, he's a staff user.
Oh yeah. He's gonna twirl face. He's just gonna twirl his stick around. But thank you all so much for tuning in. You can find the SourceCast over on the social media, on Facebook and the Twitter. Just type in DCO SourceCast or DCO Source Podcast. And you can find all the episodes, including this one, over at Trexlight.com/podcast Trexlight.com/podcast/SourceCast. I think it's just SourceCast. I can't remember. It's all on Trexlight.com. Soups, where can we find you?
You can, of course, find me at youtube.com/thedaddy'shouse. You can also find me on Facebook.com/thedaddy'shouse there. I am on the Twitter at The Daddy's House, and I'm also on the Twitch /The Daddy's House as well. Trex, where can we find you?
You can, of course, find me over at youtube.com and also on Facebook under the same name /Trexlight. Just find me there on the YouTube and the Facebook. And you can especially find me on the Twitter. I'm very active on the Twitter. I love the Twitter. You can find me over there at This Is Trex, or you can just type in my name, Trexlight. I have changed my name to Trexlight. I might even change my handle, make it This Is Tree. Might make it like a little Trex Groot thing. It's amazing how people misspell my name. It's a 4-letter word. And I'm looking at the keyboard. The E and the X is not that far apart. Why am I a tree? And if I am a tree, what kind of tree would I be? I don't even know what kind of tree I like. I'm not a big plant guy. I'm not a tree hugger. I don't know. Food for thought. What kind of tree is Trex? Be sure to tweet your answers. that'll be something to read next week.
Spruce.
What the hell's a spruce?
Oh my god.
I'm not a tree guy. I'm not a tree guy. I don't know what's like sprucing up the house. I don't know these things. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I failed all of you plant lovers out there. I had a Venus flytrap one time. My sister killed it. First time I ever cried. I miss her. Miss him a lot. Okay. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to catch us next week over at on twitch.tv/Trexlight for another live SourceCast right after DCUO FNL. And be sure to find DCUO FNL every Friday night starting at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern over at twitch.tv/ screw it. Twitch.tv/ damn, I keep saying backslash. I don't know why I keep saying backslash. It's like fundamentally in me. Just, I don't know. Twitch.tv/ DC Universe Online. That's their Twitch. Twitch.tv/ I don't even. Prince. Oh, man, that person on Twitter is going to kill me. Princess, right? It was Princess I told you? I think that's who it was. Because they tweeted at me. They tweeted at me about it. Yeah, stuck up, Princess. Oh, stuck up. Yeah.
Oh, suck it up, Princess.
Suck it up. Suck it up. Okay, yeah. Suck it up, Princess. Thank you for just ruining my whole slash agenda. So, we will see you guys next week. You guys have a great weekend, a great week. And follow us on Twitter. Talk to us. We want the attention. We do. Night, guys.
Night.